and welcome to the flat. It's quiet here. There's no loud noises, no leaf blowers, nothing like that. We can talk relatively calmly about the best games that we saw at Gamescom 2016. First, what we thought we'd do is we'd go from person to person and talk about our favourite individual games, and then come together and name sort of a game of the show, the game that we all saw that we all quite liked the most. So first, I'm going to start with you, Scott.
Hello.
What did you see and what did you like the most?
My game of the show I'm going to give to Zelda. Zelda Breath of the Wild. I hadn't actually had a chance to play it until just Gamescom. I think it was the same build that they had at E3, but they were showing it to press and stuff, and I actually got to play it for quite a bit. And it's just sort of rekindled that whole spark. You've just got the perfect mix of the whole Nintendo seal of quality thing, a lot of the polish that company has, mixed with some really cool, innovative ways of doing a Zelda game. Like doing an open world thing, you've got the loot system, just the whole exploration side of it, the fact that every single enemy seems to be able to be broken down into different components, and you can craft stuff, and there's lots of survival elements. It's in many ways, I guess people would say it's probably not Zelda at all, but to someone like me who's just a casual fan of Zelda, it's just really inviting, and its graphics engine is lush. And there's an NX version that'll be even smoother, but the one they had at Gamescom was the Wii U one, which just blew me away. I thought it was just really nice to play. We've got a full video on it, so you can see a full breakdown then. But yeah, Zelda for me.
Fantastic. Peter?
For me, I was torn. It came so close actually. Bandai Namco's new IP, Little Nightmares, blew me away actually.
Nice.
But didn't quite take it, because something that blew me away even more was being Batman in Batman Arkham VR.
Yeah.
It was just amazing. Again, we've touched on it in another video, but I said actually, after we turned the camera off, it felt like an actual, the closest thing to a teleporter had been invented. Because for 1 minute I was in Gamescom, I put this thing on my head, and I was in Wayne Manor. I mean, it's every schoolboy's dream, isn't it, really? We all played Batman in the playground, and that's exactly what it was. We're going down a lift into the Batcave, suiting up, throwing batarangs at targets. We've got detective equipment that I guess we'll get to use more in the larger version of the game. I just think it ticks every box that a game about being Batman could tick, given the current technical limitations, because you can't exactly be walking around a big room right now. But so apart from being stuck on the spot, really good stuff.
Although you did try. This is something we didn't bring up in the video.
Did we not?
As soon as you put it on, you tried to walk off through a wall, didn't you?
Well, I think that's a credit. That is exactly what I'm saying. I walked into this booth, narrow booth. It's 6 feet across. Stuck a thing on my head, and I knew I should have known that I was in this narrow booth. But immediately, thing on my head, and I saw a red phone over there. It was quite an old looking phone. It was almost like a callback to the 60s TV show, the really old stuff. And I was like, oh, can I pick up the phone maybe? And I started walking over, and the guy came in on the headphones. He was guiding us through the whole thing, and was like, yeah, you don't need to move, I'll just put you back where you're meant to be. It's okay.
Had you hit the wall at this point? You hit the wall, the guy was like, oh, that's a bit much.
I didn't hit the wall, I nearly punched Ben in the face. But yeah, that
your
is what I'm saying.
footage freaked out, it went black and white.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I was moving around too much. But that is exactly what I'm saying. I think that is a testament to the fact that, despite the fact I knew I was in the Gamescom hall, as soon as the thing was on my head, I thought I was literally in the manor, pretty much.
For me, it's Mafia 3.
Okay.
Mafia 3 is, for me, the best game that we saw at the show, or the best game I saw at the show. I just love the location. I love how grim and horrible everything seems on the surface. It looks vibrant and amazing and lovely, and then really there's just some horrible stuff going on in each section of the city. And I think Lincoln Clay looks like an absolutely unstoppable monster, and I love the whole way he's framed of being talked about in the past tense, and that he was an unstoppable monster, and then you become that unstoppable monster, and you just, however you choose to go about it, is just going to be so much fun.
You just destroy everything.
Absolutely, and I just can't wait for it to come out.
It does look really solid,
I can't wait. But we do have to name an overall game of the show that we've all agreed upon.
Yeah.
Would you care to tell us what it is, Peter?
It is Prey.
Why is that?
Because, not just because it's a great game, great looking game, but because I think that Bethesda brought a lot to the show as well. It's one thing to just, bring along a trailer, show us a trailer, do it, but the fact that going into the show, all we really had was that teaser that most people have seen. To go from that, which gave us very little, to an enormous set of feature reveal, weapons, bit of storyline, setting, zero G, the powers, which are called neuromods or something. Suddenly, all these things opened up, and it just looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, you saw it as well. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in total agreement. I think it just something I didn't mention in our reactions video was that it gave me a lot of vibes from Soma. Which not many people have played, but it's set under the sea. It's very mysterious, a little bit jump scary in a way. It builds atmosphere fantastically. I feel like this game could absolutely do the same thing. Having you visit a lot of areas repeatedly in order to get specific items, but each time you go back something else could go wrong, or something else that's very weird could be triggered and stuff. It just, graphically it was beautiful.
It was.
And I just, I think it's just really promising.
Yeah.
And as you said, in terms of Bethesda actually just coming out all guns blazing, we hadn't seen anything since E3, which was the reveal trailer, which was just CG, and then this was just, practically a whole level with commentary over the top. I think it was fantastic.
Absolutely.
Do you have anything you want to add, Scott?
Well, it was, because I mean, it's the other thing that the developers Arcane are putting together. So they've got Dishonored and Prey, so like Bethesda's Golden Boy. But I mean, until yesterday, we hadn't actually seen it in motion. All we've seen is the CG trailer, and the version of the game that we actually got shown seems to be more like experimental, and it seems that they're bringing a lot of the knowledge in and a lot of the appeal of Dishonored into it, and a lot of experimental stuff to get through the levels, which isn't at all what we thought Prey was going to be. Like, even though it's based on something from like over 10 years ago, it seems like they've reimagined it in every possible way. And even though Arcane are quite a relatively new studio, they're kind of applying their own little signature touch to it, which seems to be this really cool freeform sort of experimental kind of gameplay, which fits with the whole figure out a way to get through these levels kind of thing.
I think it definitely comes across as though, in the best possible way, that they've cherry picked the very best things from BioShock and also various other games, like I mentioned, things like Dead Space in the roundup video, and without looking like just a clone or a bit of a patchwork. Like, it has its own feel, I think, but they have done what anyone should do in any media form. And they've learned lessons from the ones who've gone before, and it's just looking great, I think.
Absolutely. So there we go. Prey, our game of the show. Congratulations, Bethesda.
Yeah.
We should really print off something for them and just hand it to them tomorrow.
Yeah.
But this actually concludes our Gamescom 2016 coverage. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.
It has been really
and
good.
Thank you very much, everyone, for sticking with us over the past couple of days. And make sure you stay tuned to What Culture Gaming for more amazing top 10 lists and other general gaming nonsense. Thank you very much.
Da-da-da.